Thank you so very much, Professor Gamboa. I am incredibly honored to speak to you and deeply regret that I have to do so remotely. I very much wanted to be back in Lisbon. As you heard, we have been working very closely with our Portuguese colleagues for many years. And the emblem in the middle of the Portuguese ship amplifies how we think of innovation. My talk today is going to be, as you heard, about how academia and industry work hand in hand. And I'm going to reserve some significant amount of time for discussion. I want to point out what may be well known to you, but it is something that I have long admired about Portugal, and that Portugal is a country whose life expectancy has risen significantly in the last 60 years, gone from almost a 20-year increase. And over the last equal period of time, maybe even the last 20 years, Portugal's position in the European innovation ranking has risen as well. In fact, if you look at life expectancy as a function of healthcare spending, you see that the United States is far out on the side in terms of spending, but Portugal is actually in the reverse. The amount of increase in life expectancy for healthcare dollars is of the most favorable in the world. So I'm going to come back to that because that's not an accident. That means that Portugal is doing something that we and the rest of the world need to pay close attention to. Now, I spend a significant amount of my time running a research institute at MIT, but also in terms of taking care of people. I take care of people with critical heart disease. And the innovations that I work on with people like Professor Gamboa and this huge array of colleagues in Portugal are those things that help me treat my patients and help me suggest new technologies. Let me share with you a paradigmatic patient, a patient who I recently took care of in the COVID era. It's a 70-year-old man with high blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes mellitus, who uses tobacco products and has mild renal failure. He was sick for about 3 days with what we would call a viral prodrome. He had some form of infectious disease, and he presented with this electrocardiogram, which for the cardiac